Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Mike Lansing Field. It's a beautiful Thursday afternoon here in Casper, Wyoming, as we get set for another early season doubleheader after Mother Nature had her own plans yesterday and rained us out again for the second time this season. Your Casper Spuds are going to be taking on the Nebraska Prospects in game one here of tonight's doubleheader. We apologize for getting to you a little late. We've been having some technical difficulties getting some new camera angles set up for you guys here today. But real quickly, we are going to run through the visiting Nebraska Prospects lineup for game one here of today's doubleheader. Leading off is going to be the center fielder, number 94, Jacob Perrin. Batting second is going to be the right fielder, number 14, Sean Robinson. Batting third is going to be the left fielder, number 83, Avery Moore. In the cleanup spot is going to be the DH, number 97, Corey Kozad. Batting fifth, playing third, is going to be number 89, Finn Hochstein. Batting sixth is going to be the catcher, number 90, Nikolai French. Batting seventh is going to be the first baseman tonight, number 86, Eli Russell. Batting eighth is going to be number 60, the second baseman, Ripken Fleck. Batting ninth is going to be the shortstop, number 14, Keegan Stobie. And the pitcher tonight for the Prospects is going to be number 43, Cody Sizek. We'll get you your Casper Spuds starting lineup here, as stepping into the box is going to be the center fielder tonight, number 94, Jacob Perrin, for the visiting Nebraska Prospects. As the starter on the mound for your Casper Spuds is going to be number 23, Jake Martinez, the righty out of Houston, Texas, is in a 1-1 count here to start the ball game, as Martinez delivers that one, and Perrin's going to foul that one up over the press box, and the count is now 1-2. Martinez is set. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be low and away. Count's evened up at 2-2. Martinez has been one of the few successful pitchers so far this season for your Casper Spuds. The arm's really struggling early on in this one, as Martinez is going to get a swing and a miss on the first batter he sees. Perrin goes down swinging. And there's going to be one down here in the top of the first, as we go to the two-hole hitter, the right fielder, number 14, Sean Robinson. That one's going to catch the outer half. The catcher for your Casper Spuds tonight, making his Spuds debut, is going to be number 32, Brody Barker. Unable to hold on to that one, but still a called strike on the outer black, as Martinez delivers his second pitch to the second hitter, and that one's going to be skied to the first baseman. Cody Klosia is fighting the sun, and he's going to make the play in foul territory. 2 quick outs for Martinez here. As it goes to the last outfielder in the Prospects lineup. Back-to-back games for the Prospects where all 3 outfielders lead off the order for the Prospects. And stepping up is going to be number 83, Avery Moore, the senior at Purdue University. Martinez is going to get Moore to foul that one off up over the first base side bleachers. The Prospects coming off of a 7-5 win on Tuesday night. As Martinez is going to miss low and away. The count's now 1-1 to the right fielder. Moore had 2 hits in Tuesday's contest. He also struck out as Martinez sets and delivers. That one's going to be ripped up the middle. Wilcox, who's playing shortstop for the first time this season, is going to bobble that one. Would have been a tough play for him as he was ranging to his left. And Moore gets an infield single with 2 down here in the top of the first. The DH is going to step up to the dish here. Number 97, Corey Kozad. He was the catcher in Tuesday night's contest. As he rips the first pitch he sees to third base, Hunter Billingsley comes up firing, and Clausius is there at first. Martinez, 1 strikeout, 1 man on. But he's going to get out of the inning unscathed. As we flip to the bottom of the first here in Casper, your Spuds looking to jump out to an early start. We'll be right back. Instead of taking a break here, sorry for the abrupt interruption, we're going to bring you the starting lineup for your Casper Spuds. Leading off, it's going to be a familiar face in the leadoff spot so far this season, the center fielder, number 24, Elijah Reeves. Batting second is going to be Cale McCarville, number 22, his first game at second base this season. Stone Vasic in the 3-hole is going to be DHing, number 17. Cody Clausius, the first baseman, number 30, making his second start at first. River Smith is going to be batting fifth, the left fielder, number 16. Number 13, Caden Wilcox, has been the everyday second baseman so far this season for your Casper Spuds, is going to make his first start tonight at short, as we've seen in the top of the first. Hunter Billingsley, the third baseman, number 19, is going to be batting seventh. Batting eighth is going to be our right fielder tonight, number 1, Matt Marsick. And as I mentioned, in the 9-hole, the catcher, number 32, making his Spuds debut, Brody Barker. As we flip back to the field for the bottom of the first, your leadoff man for the Casper Spuds, number 24, Elijah Reeves, who picked up right where he left off the 2024 ILB season here in 2025. A hot start for Elijah. He got on base twice in Tuesday's contest and is looking for a fast start here, as the pitcher for the Prospects, Sizek, is going to pump in. Strike one. Two quick strikes to Reeves as Sizek comes out attacking the strike zone. This is a recent high school graduate, the man on the mound, as he delivers. And Reeves is going to chop that one to third. Hochstein is going to misfire there on the throw as Reeves gets down the line as he normally does. And he's going to make it for a leadoff single. Stepping up to the plate is going to be the second baseman tonight, number 22, Cale McCarville. With a man on here early, Cale has been one of the hottest hitters in this Spuds lineup early in the year, as Sizek misses low and away for ball one to your second baseman in McCarville. McCarville, 2 singles in Tuesday night's contest with 2 RBIs. As he takes one high and inside, and the count's now 2-0 to McCarville. Sizek checking on Reeves at first. He's going to miss outside again. And the count's now 3-0 to Cale McCarville. Cale sitting .417 this season in 12 at-bats. As Sizek is going to throw over to Reeves. Not a quick move there, just keeping him close. As Reeves slow stepped his way back to the first base bag. Sizek looks ready to attack McCarville now, as he's going to pump in a strike to the second baseman. And the count's 3-1. McCarville with 5 RBIs already here in Game 5 of the ILB season for the Spuds, as he's going to take ball 4 high, and the first 2 Spuds are on base here for another really hot hitter in this Spuds lineup, the DH, number 17, Stone Vasic. Stone, in 11 at-bats, is hitting .455 early in this season with a 1.409 OPS. He has just been ripping the cover off the ball, literally. We found a torn cover out in center field. Can't confirm that it was Stone Vasic, but we'll say it is. Makes for a better story as he sees a strike in the first pitch of this count. Stone with 4 RBIs and the only homer so far this season for your Casper Spuds. Sizek checking on Reeves. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to get away from the catcher. And both runners for your Casper Spuds are going to advance. Nikolai French, the catcher for the Prospects, couldn't contain that curveball that ended up in the dirt, and it skipped away from him. And now 2 men in scoring position for the DH. In this 1-1 count, Vasic's going to take a fastball in there, but it's high. And the count's now 2-1 to Stone. Stone in Tuesday's contest had a huge double, 2 RBI double in the 5th inning. That 5th inning where the Spuds put up a 4 spot and snagged the lead from the Prospects after they jumped out to an early 3-0 lead. The Spuds looking for an early lead of their own here in this contest, as that one is going to catch Stone Vasic. He's going to fling his bat to the on-deck circle, and the bases are loaded. We got a loaded potato here for the first baseman, number 30, Cody Clausius. As Clausius is going to take a ball outside and high. And the count's 1-0 to your Spuds first baseman. Clausius, who started at first on Tuesday, had a single of his own in that big fifth inning for your Spuds, as he's going to take another one high. And the count's now 2-0. Cizek, struggling early on with the command, and with nowhere to put him, needs to start throwing strikes, as the Spuds first baseman is in a favorable hitter's count. And it's going to continue to grow. Now 3-0 to your Spuds first baseman. Clausius with 2 walks already this season. He's going to take a strike inside on the black. And the count's now 3-1. Clausius in his second season with the Spuds, as that one's going to miss on the outer half. Cizek, not a fan of the call, but it's going to be the third man he's given a free pass to in this inning. And Reeves is going to trot in to score your Spuds' first run of the game here, as the bases remain loaded. Still nobody out for the left fielder, number 16, River Smith. River, a junior at Montana State University Billings from Livingston, Montana. He's majoring in kinesiology at MSUB. Prior to MSUB, he was at Wenatchee Valley College, where as a freshman, he was on the All-NWAC second team for the East Region, as he is going to take strike one on the outer half from the first offering from Cizek. Smith in his sophomore season at Wenatchee Valley was a first-team All-NWAC infielder, as he's going to rip that one by the second baseman. One is going to score. They're going to hold Vasic at third. The bases still fully loaded for your Spuds. 2 in the inning. Nobody out. And they pass the torch to the shortstop tonight, number 13, Caden Wilcox, who in Tuesday's contest started that big run fourth inning with a 2-out walk. As Cizek's going to pump in strike one to Wilcox. As Wilcox is going to chop that one to third. He's going to touch the bag for the force there. Fires over to first. It's not going to be in time, as Wilcox is going to be out at first. I apologize. He's going to be safe at first after beating out the throw on the slow chopper to Hochstein. It will plate another run for the Spuds. Now 3-0 early in this ball game. And with 2 on and finally 1 out, Hunter Billingsley, the third baseman, is going to step up to the plate against Sizek as Sizek pumps a ball on the outer half. And the count is 1-0. To the lefty, out of Eastvale, California. Billingsley with the night off on Tuesday. And that one's going to miss on the outer half. Looked like it was the same spot there for Sizek. And the count is 2-0. Three straight Spuds with RBIs here in the bottom of the first. As Sizek delivers, and that one's going to be pumped in there for strike one. Billingsley has been a walk machine early on in this ILB season, with already 5 walks, as he's going to foul that one up over the third base side bleachers and out of play. And the count's evened up at 2-2. Here with still only 1 down in the bottom of the first. Billingsley ready for the pitch. He's going to chop that one again. This time it's going to land in the third base side bleachers as all the kiddos take off trying to find the ball over there. But Sizek, after falling in an early 2-0 hole to Billingsley, works his way to an even count at 2-2. And here's the payoff. It's going to be inside. The count has run full here to the lefty hitter. Billingsley, on top of seeing the ball really well, is also playing a great third base so far for your Casper Spuds, as he chops that one to first. Eli Russell is going to take it to the bag himself. And there's now 2 down here in the inning. The runners do advance to second and third. A speedy Wilcox at second. So if the 8-hole hitter here, number 1, Matt Marsick, our right fielder tonight, can slap one to the outfield, it should plate 2 as he takes ball 1 inside, dancing out of the way of that one. That one's going to miss on the outer half. And the count's 2-0 to the lefty, Matt Marsick. Sizek delivers. Marsick is going to sky that one over to the third base side party deck. And it's going to land out of play. Count now 2-1 to your Spuds right fielder. Sizek delivers, and that one's going to be dropped in there to work his way again back into this count. 2-2 now to your right fielder, Marsick. As Sizek getting some pace here, he delivers again. Marsick is going to sky that one to right. It's going to get over the right fielder's head, roll up to the wall. Wilcox is going to trot home. Marsick makes the turn at second. Is going to skip his way back with a stand-up double. He's going to plate 2 more for your Casper Spuds. And a completely different story from Tuesday night's contest, as the Prospects starter that night, Ben Ayala, went 5 strong innings before running into some problems in that 5th inning. where the Spuds plated for. But your Casper Spuds put up a 5 spot here in the bottom of the first as the catcher, Brody Barker, is going to take his first hacks in a Spuds uniform. The man out of Harriman, Utah. He's going to swing at the first pitch he sees. That one should get down in the right center gap. It's going to be another stand-up double here. Marsick's going to come home. And Brody Barker making a big impact on the first pitch he sees. An RBI double for the catcher. And the Spuds tack on another. It's going to be 6-0 here in the bottom of the first as Elijah Reeves, the man who led off the inning, is going to step up to the dish for his second at-bat in this one. After beating out an infield single in his first plate appearance, let's see what Reeves has for us here in his second. He's going to take a ball low and away, 1-0 to the Spuds center fielder. Reeves is going to rip that one out to right field. Barker's going to score easily. Reeves turns on the Jets and gets into second standing. 3 straight stand-up doubles for your Casper Spuds here in the first inning. And it is now 7-0 here in the first. Cale McCarville, the second baseman, stepping up to the plate again here in the bottom of the first. Reeves tattooed that ball out to the right fielder. Robinson. The throw was a little bit offline. It would have been tough to get the speedy Reeves either way at second as he came out of the box with an extra base hit on his mind. McCarville is going to take ball 1. Sizek going to pump in a strike. Counts 1-1. McCarville with a walk in his first plate appearance. He's going to chop that one to short. He bobbles it and can't make the play. Stobie couldn't get a hold of that ball, and McCarville made it over to first without a throw. As this lengthy bottom of the first continues for your Casper Spuds, runners on the corners for the DH, Stone Vasic, who was hit by a pitch in his first AB. Sizek's going to miss inside, and the count's 1-0. Already 6 hits now for your Casper Spuds here in the bottom of the first, as Vasic's going to tattoo that one to Stobie. He goes easily to second on to Ripken Fleck, and McCarville's going to be out. But your Casper Spuds, with an extremely hot start here in the bottom of the first, they put up a 7 spot. Martinez, as he makes his way to the mound, must be loving that. We're going to take a quick break here as we flip to the top of the second. We'll be right back.
So since my surgery, I've lost 75 pounds total. You don't always have to tell them why you look great, that you had surgery. You just let them know, you're doing great.
The goal of weight loss surgery is to allow patients to live their most fulfilling, healthy life possible.
I don't feel like I'm as exerted as I was before. My legs don't hurt. My back doesn't hurt like it did doing walks, playing golf. I feel great that I've got to where I am.
We are back here in the top of the second, as the third baseman, Finn Hochstein, is going to step up to the plate here as the Prospects in dire need of runs. Martinez, with a good slider there on the inner half, but called a ball. He's going to pump in a strike on the outer half. The count's 1-1. Martinez, in 2.2 innings of work, yet to give up a run, as Hochstein's going to chop that one to Wilcox at short. He's going to fire on to Clausius at first, and Hochstein is sent down on the ground out to Wilcox. Martinez, his first 4 outs of the game have been quick ones, as the catcher, Nikolai French, steps up to the dish. Martinez delivers, and it's going to be a fastball in there for strike 1. French just graduated from Omaha West Side High School and is from Omaha, Nebraska. As Martinez doesn't get the call there on what looked like another beautiful fastball, but the count is going to be 1-1. French committed to go to South Dakota State. Set to be a Jackrabbit here next season, as he rips that one down the right field line, but off the clubhouse, and the count jumps to 1-2. Martinez has been cooking this season, as that one narrowly avoids French, and the count is even at 2-2. Martinez delivers. That one's going to be ripped to Billingsley at third. He's going to come up firing and get French by a couple steps. And quickly, 2 down here in the top of the second, as the first baseman, number 86, Eli Russell, is going to step up to the plate. Russell, in Tuesday's contest, went hitless, but walked. As Martinez is going to miss on the inner half, and the count's 1-0 to the Prospects' first baseman. Martinez is going to miss high, and the count's now 2-0. Russell, from Waverly, Nebraska, is currently at Southeast Community College, as he's going to chop at that one, a little half swing that he fouls off. The count's now 2-1. To the man from Waverly, Nebraska. Martinez delivers. That one's going to be skied high over the first base side bleachers and out of play, bringing the count to 2-2. Martinez, his current favorite players right now in the MLB are Vladdy Guerrero Jr. and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. as Martinez misses inside and this count runs full. His all-time favorite players in the MLB are Miggy Cabrera and Sandy Koufax. Here's the payoff from Martinez, and that one's going to be pumped in there for strike 3. Russell not a fan of the call as he gives Blue a little look, but Martinez continues to strike hitters out early on in this season, his first of the night. And the Prospects, with only one hit here, still no runs on the board, are going to try and keep the Spuds off the board after the 7th spot in the first. We head to the bottom of the second. Your Casper Spuds 7, Prospects nothing.
Craving comfort food anytime, day or night? Head to Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Whether it's pancakes at midnight, burgers for breakfast, or coffee to fuel your day, Denny's has you covered. With friendly service, affordable prices, and something for everyone, it's the perfect spot to gather, relax, and dig in. So why wait? Swing by Denny's today, where good food and great memories are always on the menu.
We're back here in the bottom of the second at Mike Lansing Field. Leading off the bottom of the second for your Casper Spuds is going to be the first baseman, Cody Clausius, the man out of Landenberg, Pennsylvania. Quite a ways from home, but a familiar face here in Casper, making it his second home, the two-time returner in Clausius, as he walked here in the first inning, the first run of the game for the Casper Spuds, as it was with the bases loaded. He's going to take strike 1. Cizek looking to settle down after a tough first inning, and so far so good, as he has Clausius in an 0-2 count here. The Prospects are going to need Cizek to figure it out. Cannot confirm if this is true, but as that one's going to miss on the inner half, I was told that the Prospects only brought 4 or 5 pitchers on this trip. Their first games of the ILB season. So they're going to need Cizek to ride the wave here, as we got a lot of baseball ahead of us tonight. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Both games will be 7-inning games. As after getting ahead 2-0, 0-2 to Clausius, the count is now 2-2. Clausius is going to check his swing. Blue called it a full swing, and Clausius is going to go down by way of the K. But that'll bring up the left fielder, River Smith, who had an RBI single in the loaded first inning for your Casper Spuds. Cizek is set, and he's going to miss inside. Ball 1 to the man out of MSUB. That one's going to skip in the dirt. 1-1 count to Smith. Cizek's going to miss high and away. The count now 2-1 to Smith. As Sizek pumps that one in there. And the count, apologies, is 3-1 to River, as he's going to chop that one high over the third base bleachers and out of play. Count has run full here to your Spuds left fielder. Smith swinging a great bat here early in the season among many Spuds hitters. Here's the payoff, and that one's going to miss on the outer half. Smith on base for his second time today in 2 plate appearances. And the shortstop, number 13, Caden Wilcox, is going to step into the batter's box now with 1 down in the bottom of the second. Sizek is going to get a called strike 1 to Wilcox. Wilcox checked his swing, and the count is 1-1 to the shortstop today. That one, great pitch there by Sizek. Looked like it was going to catch Wilcox as it dropped into the strike zone at the end of its path, and the count is 1-2. Wilcox is going to go down, swinging and missing. Sizek with a nice strikeout there. And with 2 down in the bottom of the second, your third baseman, Hunter Billingsley, is going to step up at the plate with 1 man on in River Smith. And Sizek finding a bit of a groove here in this second inning, pumps in strike 1. As Sizek checks on Smith over there at first. Smith can swipe a couple bags, as that one's going to be fouled right up at us here in the press box. And the count's 0-2 to Billingsley. But back to River Smith on first. He can swipe some bags. As a sophomore at Wenatchee Valley, he had 16 stolen bases. As Sizek misses outside. First ball thrown to Billingsley. As Sizek looks to strike out the side after a rocky first. And he is gonna with a pitch painted on the outer half there. Billingsley talking to the umpire about that one. Seemed to be a reasonable conversation there between the third baseman and Blue. But Sizek, after getting hit around in the first, is going to come back and strike out the side in the second. As we flip to the third, we'll be right back here at Mike Lansing Field. If you're visiting Casper for business, adventure, or just passing through town, Best Western has you covered. With clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, and a staff that treats you like family, you'll feel right at home, whether near or far. With 3 convenient locations, Best Western in Casper is your base camp for everything Wyoming. Book your stay and rest easy today. as we return to Mike Lansing Field. It's the top of the third here in Casper. Your Spuds, an early 7-0 lead. And leading off the inning for the Prospects is going to be the 8-hole hitter, the second baseman, number 60, Ripken Fleck. He's going to rip the first pitch he sees. Elijah Reeves calling off everyone, and he's going to make the play as that ball was ripped to no man's land. But one pitch, one out here for Martinez, as the shortstop, number 14, Keegan Stobie, takes his first AB in this one. Stobie is going to rip the first pitch he sees to Billingsley. He had to try and get around the ball there at third. He's going to be unable to field it and make a throw over to first, as Stobie is going to be on with an infield single here. And with one out and one on, the order is going to flip back to the top for the Prospects, and number 94, Jacob Perrin, is going to step in now as he tattoos the first pitch he sees out to right. Matty Marsick there. He's going to come up firing as Perrin turned for second, and he almost made an excellent throw to get Perrin, who had two on his mind, right out of the batter's box. But after cruising through the order in the first two innings, Martinez gives up back-to-back knocks here. And with two runners in scoring position, the left fielder, Sean Robinson, is going to come up to hit. All three batters so far swinging at the first pitch as the Prospects trying to get aggressive to dig their way back into this ball game. Martinez is going to miss inside for ball one. But Robinson, the man at the plate, is a sophomore at St. Cloud State University in St. Cloud, Minnesota. As Martinez holds the runner at second, time is going to be called by the catcher, Brody Barker, with a little mask adjustment there before he receives the offering from Martinez in this 1-0 count. He's going to chop that one to McCarville at second. His only option is to go to first. The Prospects do get on the board as Stobie comes in from third on the chopper to McCarville there. Robinson with an RBI. And the right fielder, Avery Moore, is going to step up to the plate with a man on third. Two down now in the inning, though, as Martinez is going to have the first pitch he throws to Moore be ripped to the right center gap. Moore's turning for second, and another close play there. Reeves with a good throw in, but Moore is going to make it in with a stand-up RBI double, and the Prospects get their second run here in the top of the third with two men down. And the torch is being passed off to the DH, Corey Kozad, with another chance to pot a runner here in the top of the third. Martinez fires, and it's going to be in there, 0-1 to the DH. Moore dancing at second. That one's going to be skied off the light pole out in right. And quickly an 0-2 count here to Kozad. Martinez. Looking to keep runners off the board here after allowing 2. Moore. It's going to go to third. That one's going to be blooped to Wilcox at short. He's going to make the catch on the run. And that's 3 down in the inning. The Prospects do try and fight their way back into this one with 2 runs in the top of the third. But your Spuds looking to answer as we flip to the bottom of the third here at Mike Lansing Field. We're going to take a brief break and be right back.
When it comes to reliable infrastructure, Dura-Line and Casper is leading the way. As a trusted manufacturer of high-performance conduit and cable protection, Dura-Line helps power the connections that keep Wyoming and the world running strong. From broadband to energy, their innovative solutions are built to last in any environment. Represented in Casper, trusted everywhere, Dura-Line, creating connections that matter.
Back at Mike Lansing Field, leading off the bottom of the third for your Casper Spuds is going to be the right fielder, Matty Marsick, who ripped a 2 RBI double in that big first inning for the Spuds. He's going to dance out of the way of the first one he sees, and the count's 1-0 to your right fielder. Sizek delivers. That one's going to be chopped high out of play over the third base side bleachers, evening the count at 1-1. Marsick, so far this season, hitting .250 as the count is now 2-1 to the right fielder. He does have 2 RBIs this year, so that one's going to miss inside. And the count's now 3-1 to Matty Marsick. Sizek set. And the delivery is going to be chopped to the second baseman, Fleck. He's going to come up firing to first, and they're going to get the out. 1 down here in the bottom of the third inning. As the catcher, number 32, Brody Barker, going to step back up into the batter's box after tattooing a ball out to the outfield on the first pitch he saw for a double and an RBI as well there for the catcher. Again, making his Spuds debut here today. Looking to be a mainstay in this starting lineup is the man out of Harriman, Utah. Barker, also at Harriman High School, played hockey on top of baseball. He was the captain of the baseball team, as he's now in a 3-0 count. On top of baseball, though, he was a hockey star in high school, 4-time All-State in hockey was Barker. As in the hitter's count, he's going to be taking all the way And it's now 3-1 to the man out of Lindenwood University in St. Charles, Missouri, Cizek. That one's going to be skied out to center field. Perrin there to make the play. And Cizek, again, after getting bounced around a little bit in the first, is throwing a pretty good ball right now with 2 down in the bottom of the first, as the center fielder, Elijah Reeves, going to step back up to the plate. Already 2 hits here for Elijah as he takes strike 1 on the outer black. Cizek set. And he's going to miss low and inside, bringing the count to 1-1. Reeves, favorite hobby when baseball isn't happening is sleeping. Right there with you, Elijah, as he is going to continue his hot day. That one's going to get out to left field. He's going to turn, try and get into second, and he's going to be in there on the close play at second. Reeves, again, shot out of a cannon out of the batter's box on what for most players will be a nice single. He's going to get in, sliding at second. Back-to-back doubles now for Elijah Reeves as the second baseman, Cale McCarville, steps up to the plate with 2 down. Cizek misses outside. Ball 1 to McCarville. He's going to chop that one up over the first base side bleachers and out of play. And the count's even at 1-1. Cizek misses low and outside. 2-1 to Cale McCarville. One of Cale's favorite hobbies is mini golf. As he's going to come up swinging and missing on that nice off-speed offering there by Cizek. And deuces are wild here in the bottom of the third. Man on second, 2 outs, 2-2 count to number 22, Cale McCarville. And he's going to swing and miss. That one was dropped. The catcher, French, is going to tag him before he can get down the line. And that's going to be 3 down here in the bottom of the third. Your Spuds unable to tack on more runs. But thankfully, as we flip to the fourth, they lead 7-2 as Martinez makes his way back to the mound. We're going to take a brief pause and be right back here at Mike Lansing Field. Craving legendary pizza and a family-friendly buffet? Head to the Pizza Ranch, located at 5011 East 2nd Street. Load up on hot pizza, crispy chicken, and our famous cactus bread. Perfect for family nights, team celebrations, or just feeding those cravings. Swing on by or order online at pizzaranch.com, where every meal is a hit. Back at Mike Lansing Field here in the top of the fourth. Martinez back on the mound. He delivers his first offering. To Finn Hochstein, the third baseman for the Prospects. In the last frame, the Prospects did get 2 runs back, as Hochstein is going to chop that one to the middle infield. A little bit of confusion between McCarville and Wilcox. And Hochstein is going to be on with an infield single. As the catcher, number 90, Nicola French, steps up into the batter's box. He's going to rip the first pitch he sees. This could be 2. Takes a tough skip there on McCarville. He's going to try and fire over to first and get the out. It's not going to be in time. 2 men on here for the Prospects with nobody out. A couple unfortunate mistakes out there by the middle infield. That would have been a tough play for McCarville, as that ball took a tough bounce on him as he went to collect it. And French is on first, Hochstein on second, and Eli Russell, the first baseman, looks to do some damage here with nobody out, as he's going to rip it, take an offering at the first pitch he sees and foul it over the first base side bleachers. Oh and 1. Martinez steps off. Looking for a big out here is the righty on the mound, as both runners go in a double steal. Barker with a little bobble there as he went to go fire it down to second. It looked like is where he was going to go with that one, but unable to get a throw off. Both runners advance, and now there's 2 in scoring position for the Nebraska Prospects. Russell probably salivating at the plate here. He is in the 0-2 count. Let's see if Martinez can get him, but he's going to rip that one over by the clubhouse again on the first base side and stay alive. Prospects with a pretty good offensive game of their own. Only 2 runs to show for it, but they have 5 hits to the Spuds 7. As that one's going to run inside and catch Russell on the backside. And with nobody out here in the top of the fourth, the bases are juiced for the second baseman, number 60, Ripken Fleck. One infield single, 1 error, 1 hit batsman. And the Spuds in a little bit of trouble here with nobody down, as Fleck is going to rip that one he sees to second. 6, 4, 3, not in time. As Fleck beats that one out to avoid the double play. 1 run will score for the Prospects, bringing it to 7-3. But the Spuds do get an ever-important out here in the top of the fourth. There's still runners on the corners for the 9-hole hitter, Keegan Stobie. Stobie is going to rip that when he sees the first base, second base gap, and he's going to plate another run. As the catcher, Nikolai French, who was on third, is going to come in to score. And this ball game is now 7-4. With 2 men on, Still only one out. The order turns back over to Jacob Perrin, as the Prospects have been really aggressive here in this one, swinging at a lot of first pitches as Martinez pumps in a nice slider there on the inner half. Perrin taking all the way, but he's going to be in an 0-1 count here as Martinez tries to keep these Prospects off the board. After 2 quick runs, Perrin fouls that one in the first base side netting. And an 0-2 count to the center fielder. 2 men on. Already 2 scored here in the top half for the Prospects. 1 out. 0-2 count. Martinez delivers as the runner breaks for third. And he is going to be in there without a throw. That one missed. Martinez not a fan of the call. And runners are going to be on the corners again. 1-2 count to Perrin. Martinez delivers, and that one's going to be ripped to Wilcox at second. He flips onto McCarville and is going to get the out. Another run will score for the Prospects. 3 plated here in the top half of the 4th inning. And I apologize, I was a little behind on the scoreboard there. It's 7-5. With 2 men out. As Sean Robinson, the right fielder, steps into the batter's box. Perrin is going. He's going to rip the first pitch he sees. That's Robinson to Reeves, who's under it, and makes the play. But the Prospects not going away quietly. 2 runs in the top half of the 3rd, 3 runs here in the top half of the 4th. And this one, after being an early blowout, is turning into a bit of a ball game here as we turn the page to the bottom of the 4th. Your Casper Spuds still lead 7-5.
It's the crack of the bat, roar of the crowd, and an ice-cold Budweiser in your hand. Budweiser is the perfect companion to every pitch, hit, and home run. Brewed for those who live for the game and savor the moment. This season, make it a Bud. Budweiser. This Bud is for you.
Back in Casper, Wyoming, your Casper Spuds, in a close one after jumping out to a 7-0 lead with a 7-run first inning, in need of some additional run support here as the Prospects aren't going away without a fight. And leading off the inning is going to be the DH, Stone Vasic. Sizek still on the mound for the Prospects. He's going to miss high for ball 1. That one's going to miss low, and the count's now 2-0 to Stone, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning and grounded out to short also in the first inning to end that 7-run rally. And he's in a great hitter's count here at 3-0. Cizek is going to drop in. Strike one to Vasek. Cizek just graduated from Creighton Prep High School and is from Papillion, Nebraska. As he's going to drop in strike two, and this count has worked its way full. Cizek is committed to go to Northwestern College in Iowa. As the payoff, Stone is going to rip that one out to the right fielder. Robinson is under it, and he makes the play. One down here in the bottom of the fourth. As the cleanup hitter today for your Casper Spuds, Cody Clausius, steps back up to the plate. The first baseman walked in the first, struck out in the second. And he's going to chop the first pitch he sees back to Cizek. He's going to flip it on over to his first baseman in Russell. And quickly now, 2 down in the bottom of the fourth inning. As the left fielder, River Smith, looks to spark a 2-out rally here for the Spuds. Cizek in a groove after struggling his first time through the order. He's going to miss. And the count's 1-0 to Smith. Smith is going to take a called strike one. River, as I mentioned, is going to take ball two there. Count now 2-1. At Wenatchee Valley College, first team all NWAC infielder as a sophomore, and 166 at-bats, slashed .307, .442, and .452. With 42 RBIs in that stellar sophomore season for Smith. As that one's going to miss on the outer half. And the left fielder looking to do some damage in this 3-1 count. Cizek looking to bounce back from the rough first. And he's going to miss again on the outer half. And River Smith is going to earn his second walk. With one man on, it's going to send up the shortstop, Caden Wilcox, to the dish. And he's going to rip the first pitch he sees to his counterpart at short. And Stobie's going to bobble it and eat it as he's unable to get off a throw on that hard hit roller by Wilcox. And we're going to get to the lefties in the order here. The first one being the third baseman, Hunter Billingsley. As he steps up with 2 men on, 2 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Cizek checking on Smith over there at second. He's going to step off and eye him back to that second base bag. Billingsley, the man out of Eastvale, California. His favorite player currently is Clayton Kershaw. As that one is going to miss on the outer half. And the count's 1-0 to Billingsley. His all-time favorite player is his pops, Brent Billingsley, who played in the major leagues for the Miami Marlins. As Billingsley is going to rip that one by the first baseman. Smith is going to be waved home. Wilcox goes first to third. And Hunter Billingsley, after going down by way of the K, looking in the second. He's going to get a nice RBI single here in the fourth. With 2 down, the Spuds tack on an ever so needed run here, and they push the lead back to 3. It's now 8-5. As Coach Gabe Shemwell for the Prospects is going to have a meeting with all his infielders on the mound. It's not going to be a pitching change yet here. As I said, the Prospects pretty light on arms. But with runners on the corners, the right fielder, Matt Marsick, is going to step into the batter's box and look to tack on another run here in this high-scoring affair. As Sizek, after the meeting with his coach and infielders, is going to miss on the outer half for ball 1. Sizek's going to miss on the outer half again, and the count's now 2-0 to Matt Marsick. That one's going to miss low. And Marsick, in a nice 3-0 count here, with runners on the corners, 2 down in the bottom of the 4th inning. Already 1 coming to the dish. As there was some confusion there by Billingsley. I believe he thought it was ball 4 to Marsick. As he didn't slide into second, he tried to get in there just kind of standing. And the catcher French fired down and the second baseman applied the tag. There's going to be 3 down here in this inning. The Spuds do add 1. It's going to be 8-5 as we head to the top of the 5th.
Looking for bold flavors and great vibes? Swing by Staho's Brewery and Tap Room, the official brewery of your Casper Spuds. Located at 1015 East C Street in Casper, locally brewed beers, rotating taps, and a chill, welcoming atmosphere make it the perfect spot to unwind. Whether you're a craft beer connoisseur or just looking to try something new, Staho's has a pour waiting for you. Great beer, great people, that's the Staho's way. See you there and go Spuds!
Back at Mike Lansing Field here in the top of the 5th inning. Leading off the inning for the Prospects is going to be the right fielder, Avery Moore. Martinez, through 4 innings of work, has given up 5 hits, 5 runs. I'll check on those and see which were earned. I know not all of them were. But he is going to miss on the first pitch to Moore, and the count's 1-0 to the senior from Purdue. As Martinez is going to pump in a fastball on the outer black to even up the count at 1-1. Martinez is a big golfer in his free time and also enjoys collecting baseball cards. As Moore chops that one down the right field line and foul. 1-2 count here. Both of these games, there is no beer batter of the game, as all drinks are $2 off here today at Mike Lansing Field every Thursday. Moore is going to rip that one out to Matty Marsick in right, and he's going to trot to first. With a single, leadoff single at that. And he's going to hand it off to the DH, number 97, Corey Kozad. Martinez. The quick pitch there. And it's going to miss on the inner half, 1-0 to the DH for the Prospects. Martinez delivers. Kozad going to foul that one off just to the right of home plate. And the count's now 1-1 to the DH. Kozad hitless in this one. Moore, who's standing on first, has 2 hits already in this ball game. As he's going to get him to sword there at that offering. And the count's now 1-2 to the DH. Kozad's going to rip that one to Wilcox. Good stop there. He's going to get the out at second. They fire over to first. It's not going to be in time. But on that hard hit ball by Kozad, Wilcox knocked it down, collected, and flipped it over to his second baseman, McCarville, who then fired on to Clausius at first. Just not in time. But they do get the leading runner. And there's still only one on with one out. Here, as the third baseman, Hochstein, steps up to the plate. That one on the inner half misses, and it's 1-0 to Finn Hochstein. Hochstein from Seward, Nebraska. As he fouls that one off himself. Billingsley collects over there in foul territory at third. And the count's evened up at 1-1. Hochstein, 1 hit here today. Runner goes. Barker unable to get a throw off. These Prospect runners swiping a lot of bags here today. As that one missed. And the count's 2-1. Martinez focuses on the hitter and delivers. That one skied out to right. Matty Marsick's under it. He's going to come up firing as Kozad tried to bait him into a bad throw. He didn't end up going anywhere. But there's 2 down now in the top half of the 5th. The catcher now, Nikolai French, is going to step up to the plate. He also has 1 hit here today. As another first pitch swinging, but it's going to be fouled off the right field line over by the BP area here at Mike Lansing Field. And the count's 0-1 to the catcher. The catcher's going to sky that one out into no man's land. Reeves gets a read on it and calls everyone off and makes the play, charging in. 3 down here in the inning after the Prospects put up 3 in the top half of the 4th and 2 in the top half of the 3rd. Martinez keeps them off the board here in the 5th, and the score remains 8-5 as we turn to the home half of the 5th inning. We're going to take a brief pause and be right back.
Life in Casper can throw you curveballs, blizzards, hailstorms, or the unexpected fender bender. That's why your local State Farm agents are here, ready to help you and protect what matters most. From auto and home to life and business, they've got you covered. Visit your Casper agent today and get the coverage you deserve. Local support you can count on. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And we're back here at Mike Lansing Field in the home half of the 5th inning. There's going to be a new pitcher on the mound for the Nebraska Prospects. It's going to be number 2, Aiden Martin, the man out of Ellsworth Community College. Leading off the inning for your Casper Spuds, it's going to be the right fielder, Matty Marsick, as he takes ball 1. That one misses high and inside, and counts 2-0 to the right fielder. That one's going to be behind his head, and Martin coming out a little wild here in this one. Marsick in a 3-0 count. Marsick taking all the way. After that, misfire on the previous pitch, and the count's now 3-1 to the right fielder. And Marsick's going to earn himself a walk here. His second time on base in this one. And with the leadoff man on, it's going to be the 9-hole hitter, the catcher, number 32, Brody Barker, who has had 2 great swings today in his plate appearances, the first one resulting in a double, the second one being a fly out to center field. But Martin's going to miss low and inside, and the count's 1-0 to the catcher. Martin from Council Bluffs, Iowa, is going to plunk Brody Barker. And the first 2 men in the home half of the 5th have reached here as we head back to the top of the order. In the center fielder, Elijah Reeves, who has reached base all 3 times here today. 2 doubles and an infield single. 2 men on for the Casper Spuds, as that one's going to be inside and nearly drill Reeves as his helmet comes flying off, but he does thankfully get out of the way of that heater. And after that one, Coach Gabe Shemwell for the Prospects out to the mound to talk to his reliever. Martin was the first baseman in Tuesday night's contest. As it's a quick meeting on the mound there between the catcher, coach, and pitcher. But Reeves getting back into the box. After that slightly scary moment there. And Martin is going to get back on track and fire in a strike. Marsick on second. Barker at first. Reeves at the plate. Both runners go, and Reeves is going to sky that one out to left. Both runners have to hustle back, and they thankfully do. Reeves down on the fly out to the left fielder Moore. And with one down here in the inning, the second baseman, Cale McCarville, is going to step back into the box. A walk in the first. He reached base on an error in the first as well, and then struck out in the third, looking to get some redemption from his last AB, as that one by Martin is pumped in there for strike one. Both runners go again. The pitch is going to be high, and French is going to eat it, not throw down, and risk throwing it away. Runners advancing, both now in scoring position for McCarville, as that one's just going to miss on the outer half, and the count's 2-1 to the second baseman. I thought Cale only played first and third, but it looks like he plays every position in the infield, as he is going to chop that one high over the first base bleachers and out of play. Counts even at 2-2. McCarville in debate for early season MVP for your Casper Spuds, with his play at the plate and in the field. And he's worked himself to a full count here with first base open, but 2 men on. Here's the payoff. It's going to be inside, ball 4. And after walking Marsick to lead off the inning, hitting Barker, the second man he faced, he's going to get another walk here. Martin is going to give up another walk, I should say. And the torch is being passed to the DH, Stone Vasic, with only one down here in the bottom of the 5th. Looking to really blow this one open is Vasic, as that one from Martin is going to miss low and away. 1-0 to the DH out of Houston, Texas. Martin's going to drop that one in there and even up the count at 1-1. Pretty good speed out there for the Spuds as well. Let's see if Stone can clear the bases, as he's going to wave and a miss on that offering from Martin. And a 1-2 count now to Stone Vasic. Martin set. Focused on the man at the plate. He delivers. And Vasic's going to sky that one high over the first base side bleachers. And out of play. Count still 1-2 to the DH. Martin set. Here's the delivery. And that one nearly... Oh, it does. It is going to catch Stone Vasic on the inside pitch. The fourth free pass here given up by Martin. Spuds are going to increase the lead to 9-5. And with the bases still loaded, the first baseman, Cody Clausius, is going to step up to the plate. Looking for that big swing to put this game basically to rest, knock on wood. Martin's going to pump that one in there for strike one on the outer half. Clausius is going to foul that one off, and quickly 0-2 to your Spuds first baseman. Martin delivers. It's going to be outside. 1-2 now to Cody Clausius. That one going to miss again. Count now 2-2. That one just misses on the outer half. Martin, not a fan of the call. And after being up 0-2 to Clausius, the count has run full. The payoff pitch from Martin is going to be ripped out to center field. Perrin's going to make the play. Runners at second and third will tag. Barker coming in to score on the sacrifice fly there from Clausius. And with runners at the corners, 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth, the left fielder, River Smith, is going to get a crack at adding to the Spuds lead as it is now 10-5. McCarville at third. Apologies, Vasic at first. As Smith takes strike one from Martin. Vasic going. Smith's going to foul that one off into the backstop. And it's an 0-2 count here to the Spuds left fielder. 2 down in the bottom half of the fifth. 2 men on. 0-2 count. Martin steps off. He seems to be having a lot of fun out there. Smile on his face. As Vasic goes again, and Smith is going to foul that one off again. And count stays 0-2. Smith with 2 walks today already, and a single. Looking to add to his big day. So that one's going to be high. 1-2 now. Vasic gets a good jump. The pitch was outside. Pulled French out of position to make a throw. And now in a 2-2 count with runners on second and third. 2 down, Smith looking for an RBI knock here. He's going to chop that one into the Spuds dugout. Count remains 2-2. The lefty set. Martin set. Here's the pitch. It's going to be skied over the third base bleachers and out of play. River Smith with a good fight here. Looking to add on to the 2-run inning by your Casper Spuds. Martin with the delivery. It's going to be low. And another full count here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That one's going to be just a bit high. Ball 4. Smith trots down to first. And with a loaded baked potato here again, the Casper kid, Caden Wilcox, looking to blow this one open. Caden hitless here today. He's going to rip the first pitch he sees to short. It's going to be bobbled. And he's going to get Smith out at second by a hair. Stobie collecting himself after the bobble and getting the out there. The Spuds leave the bases loaded, but they do add on 2 runs. As we flip to the 6th inning, your Casper Spuds lead the Nebraska Prospects 10-5.
This season, fuel your Spud spirit with the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi, one of the official drinks of your Casper Spuds. Whether you're cheering from the stands or the couch, Pepsi is the perfect game day companion. Ice cold, bold, and made for fans like you. Grab a Pepsi and let's go Spuds.
Back here in the top half of the 6th inning, Jake Martinez still on the mound for your Spuds. Leading off for the Prospects is going to be the first baseman, Eli Russell. As Martinez is going to pump in a strike on the outer half. He's had a good heater here tonight, as he has throughout this early ILB season. Big here for the Spuds to save some arms, as we still have another ball game here to play tonight. That one in there as well. Fastball. And an 0-2 count to Russell. Gave a little look back to the home plate umpire with a bit of disgust after that call, wondering why his teammate Martin isn't getting those. As Martinez is going to miss on the off-speed. Outer half, 1-2 now. Martinez is set. Here's the delivery. That's going to be skied high over the press box here and out of play. Martinez, 5 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs. Outs here today for Jake Martinez, as he's looking for another one. And Russell is going to chop that one to Clausius at first. Martinez on to cover. And 1 down here in the top of the 6th inning, as the second baseman, Ripken Fleck, steps up to the dish. the kid from Omaha, Nebraska. He's got a hit and an RBI here today. Martinez is going to miss outside. 1-0 to the second baseman for the Prospect. Martinez with a good fastball there. Fleck unable to find it, and he swings through that one. Count is now 1-1 with one down here in the top of the sixth inning. Martinez with the pitch, and that one is going to be blooped. Out to short. Marsick came all the way in. A little bit of, I guess I should say, a lack of communication between McCarville at short and Marsick in right. But thankfully, they don't collide. McCarville makes the play, and there's two down here as the shortstop, Keegan Stobie, steps back up. Stobie also with a hit and an RBI here today, as Martinez is going to fire in on the inner half. 0-1 to the shortstop. Stobie's going to foul that one off just to the right of home plate. And the count is now 0-2. As the fans here at Mike Lansing Field make a little bit of noise. Two down, top of the sixth, 0-2 count. Martinez with the pitch. And Stobie's going to fight that one off just over the first base side bleachers. Out of play, keeping the count at 0-2. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be pumped in there on the outer half. Called strike three. Stobie goes down by way of backwards K. And Martinez with his third strikeout here today. We flip to the bottom half of the sixth. The Casper Spuds lead the Nebraska Prospects still by a score of 10-5.
Action Glass is here for all your residential glass needs. Shower doors and enclosures, window replacements, and repairs. Again, call Action Glass at 307-266-1111.
Leading off the bottom of the sixth inning for your Casper Spuds is going to be number 19, Hunter Billingsley, who has an RBI single today. Martin, still on the mound for the Prospects, pumps in. Strike one to Hunter Billingsley. Billingsley is going to bloop that one out to second, and the second baseman, Fleck, with a nice running grab out there on the outfield grass. And Billingsley goes down, setting up the right fielder, Matty Marsick. That one from Martin's going to miss low. Marsick is going to sky that one out to right. His counterpart out in right. Robinson is going to make the play, ranging to his right. And quickly, 2 down here in the home half of the 6th inning. As we jump to the 9-hole hitter, the catcher, Brody Barker. Brody from Lindenwood University is going to take ball 1 there. He appeared in 10 games for Lindenwood this past season, where he hit .368 with 6 RBIs. As that one's going to be ripped to Stobie at short. He's going to take a couple steps and make the play. Catching that line out there from Barker, who has been hitting the ball well, but only the 1 hit to show for it. As we look to close this ball game out here, we head to the 7th. Martinez looking for a complete game here, as your Casper Spuds still lead 10-5. We'll be right back.
Craving legendary food and service? Head on down to Texas Roadhouse in Evansville, where the steaks are hand-cut, the rolls are hot and fresh, and the energy is always high. Whether it's a family dinner or a night out with friends, Texas Roadhouse is here for you. Located at 210 Miracle Street, be sure to come hungry, and we know you'll leave happy. Legendary food, legendary service, that's Texas Roadhouse.
Here in the last inning of Game 1 of this doubleheader, the Prospects 5 runs, 3 outs to make something happen. As the top of the order is up, the center fielder Jacob Perrin at the plate. New second baseman for your Casper Spuds is going to be Andrew Witt, replacing Cale McCarville. As Perrin fouled that one off, and the count's 0-1 to the center fielder, who has a hit and an RBI today. He has also struck out against Martinez, as that one runs inside and evens up the count at 1-1. Martinez looking for the complete game here, 3 outs away from doing so. As that one's going to be hit to Witt. He's going to be tested early on after coming in. High throw. Clausius able to hold the bag. Witt fresh off the bench, getting some action in the first batter. And gets a little help there from his first baseman, Clausius, who held the bag on the high throw. There is one down, as Sean Robinson, the left fielder, steps up. And I've been saying this backwards the whole game. Robinson, the right fielder in this ball game, the man on deck, and Avery Moore is out in left. But Robinson's going to be in a 1-0 count here, as that one is skied up in the infield. Witt being tested again, battling the sun, and he's going to make the play. Quickly, 2 down. In the top half of the 7th here, Avery Moore, the left fielder, is the last hope for the Nebraska Prospects. Moore with 2 hits today, an RBI as well. And he is going to rip the first pitch he sees to Wilcox, who bobbles it over there at short and throws it away into the Casper Spuds dugout. Wilcox, a little flustered tonight at short, as he throws that one away. And with 2 down, there is going to be a runner on second for the Prospects. Corey Kozad, the DH, going to get a chance here for some 2-out magic. We know the man on the mound in Martinez has other plans, as he's keeping a close eye on Moore at second. And is going to miss on the inner half, 1-0 to Kozad, the man from Omaha, Nebraska. Kozad's going to foul that one off himself, and the count's even at 1-1. Martinez set. Here's the pitch. And Kozad's going to rip that one out to left. It's off of River Smith's glove as he was ranging over to try and make a play for the final 3rd out. Kozad's going to be in to second, standing. And this one's now 10-6. Here in the dying embers of Game 1 of this doubleheader today. Finn Hochstein, the 3rd baseman, is going to get a crack at it here. Hochstein, I believe, was hit by a pitch earlier in this one and came around to score. 2 down, top half of the 7th. Martinez is going to catch the inner black, and it's 0-1. Martinez delivers again, and that one is going to catch Hochstein up high. It looks like he's all right. A little shaken, obviously, as I believe it caught the helmet, thankfully. But he's going to take a second to collect himself and make his way down to first. Martinez is unfortunately not going to get the complete game due to some fielding troubles here in the top half of the 7th. He goes 6 2/3. Can't get that final out, unfortunately, again, due to some fielding issues. And Coach Will Yannicone is going to go to Elijah Reeves. Matt Marsick is going to move over to center. And off the bench, Cannon Billingsley is going to replace him in right. With 2 men on, late in this ball game, the Prospects just won't go away. Just a reminder that this is game 1 of 2 of some doubleheader action here at Mike Lansing Field. I was told that it's going to be a minimum 30 minutes until we start the next game, which was slated to start at 6:30. Make sure you flip broadcast as well on YouTube. It's under a completely different broadcast, so if you stay here, you're going to be listening to either the start of this ball game or nothing. So make sure you flip on over to the new live stream to catch game 2 of this doubleheader. And the series will close tomorrow night at 6:30. Your Casper Spuds looking to take this second home series after clawing their way back into the first one against the Oahe Zap when they lost last Friday night, but came back and won a doubleheader on Sunday to claim the series. Looking to win both games of this doubleheader here as Reeves pumps in strike 1. Reeves is going to miss on the outer half. 1-1. He's throwing gas. Is the everyday center fielder. Reeves is going to get Kozat. I apologize. Nikolai French to swing and miss. And the count's 1-2. Reeves is going to miss outside. That one skipped to Brody Barker. And both runners are going to advance. 2-2 count with 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position. 10-6 ball game here at Mike Lansing Field. Reeves resets, and here's the pitch. That one's going to miss outside again. The count is run full. Spuds 1 strike away from ending this ball game as Reeves is going to get French to chop that one just down the first base line and out of play. Count remains full. Reeves working quickly, looking to get the Spuds out of this jam, and he's going to skip that one in there. Bases are loaded for the Nebraska Prospects, and the first baseman, Eli Russell, with 1 swing of the bat, can tie up this ball game. Tensions all of a sudden very high here in Casper. With the bases loaded, Russell steps in. Reeves is going to get him to offer at that one. Kind of a half swing there as he tried to pull it back, but he went too far. Counts 0-1. to the first baseman. Reeves delivers again, and that one's going to be high and inside. It's going to get away from Barker. A run will score on the wild pitch. And runners now on third and second. With the tying run at the plate, it's 10-7 here late. Reeves with the pitch. And that one's going to be high. 2-1 now to the first baseman from Southeast Community College. And as that one misses, it is now 3-1 to the Prospects first baseman. Spuds in real danger here. Got to close up this ball game. And that one misses high. Ball 4. And the bases are loaded up again. One swing of the bat now for Ripken Fleck. And the Prospects can take the lead here late in this one. Fleck already with an RBI today. He's going to swing at the first pitch he sees. It's going to get down just in front of River Smith. Runners are going to advance 90 feet. And this ball game is now 10-8 as the Prospects just won't quit. Keegan Stobie, the shortstop, steps into the batter's box. The base is still loaded. 3 runs in the top half of the 7. This ball game should have been over batters ago. But the Spuds keep shooting themselves in the foot here as that one misses 1-0 now. People really on the edge of their seat here at Mike Lansing Field after it was looking like it was going to be an easy blowout for the Spuds. That one misses inside, and it's 2-0. Reeves with a good pitch there gets Stobie to swing and miss. And the count is now 2-1 to the shortstop. That one's going to catch the outer half. And the count is evened up at 2-2. With still 2 down in this inning, it has been that way for a while now. Spuds need to wrap this game up, and Reeves is going to pump that one in there. Called strike 3. That's your ball game. After a high tension end and a fast start for your Spuds, putting up 7 in the first. This one ends in a close one, 10-8. Game 2 should start here in about 30 minutes, so estimated 6:40. It might be sooner, it could be 6:30. I'll try and get a word on that as soon as I can. I believe we are going to have player of the game presented by Wyoming Medical Center Banner Health up in the booth before we switch over to that new broadcast. Let me check on that for you guys, and I'll be right back. We are going to have starting pitcher Jake Martinez join us here in the booth here very shortly. We'll be right back with the Wyoming Medical Center Banner Health Player of the Game.
Yep. You're live.
Alrighty, we are live here with the Wyoming Medical Center Banner Health Player of the Game, Jake Martinez. Jake, unbelievable game tonight, my man.
Thank you.
6 2/3 innings pitched. Would have loved that complete game, but you know what happens in ball. What were you seeing from the Prospects hitters tonight that you were back?
Man, what was really working was fastball. I mean, just they had contact, but it was very weak contact. Not as many Ks as I want to. Slider wasn't really working that well, but I made do with what I had today. So yeah, just fastballs really for sure. If they can't hit it, just keep pitching it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Still 3 Ks though. Only 4 hits as well allowed. When your pitches aren't working like you want to, how do you power through and get through the game?
Just really keep pounding the zone, throwing strikes. That's the best thing I can do. Balls is what kill you. Walks, I didn't have many of those tonight. Probably not any. 2 hit by pitches.
Yeah, a couple hit by pitches, but no walks tonight.
Yeah. So just worked what I had. 3 strikes with the fastball. And that's what works.
Absolutely. We're going to get Jake back down to the field as we get set for a doubleheader here tonight. The Wyoming Medical Center Banner Health Player of the Game, Jake Martinez.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. As we close out Game 1 of the doubleheader here, we will be live streaming Game 2 here shortly. Again, if you missed it, make sure to jump over to that other live stream on YouTube as it will not be on this one. We thank you all for joining us here for Game 1 against the Nebraska Prospects. We'll be back shortly. This was Moses Firmino broadcasting. We'll see you soon, everyone.